Hey guys, welcome back to another Flesh and Blood video. This video is proudly brought to you by the House of Cards, the official sponsor of my stream. Be sure to check out the link in the description below for all of your Flesh and Blood needs. Fai vs Kano has pretty much been a race since the beginning of the matchup's dawn. Now, with that in mind, Icelander has been in the format for a long time, so most Fais have played AB1 or AB2 to kind of help play into Kano a little bit. But now with Icelander out of the format, I have some sweet tech for the Kano matchup. If you pair Spellfray Gloves, Spellfray Cloak, and AB1, I don't think you can lose the Kano matchup. And if you do, you're probably losing to one of the best Kano players in the world. Being able to play the straight racing aggro plan of Fai while having Spell Void 2 to back you up feels so good into Kano. Thanks for stopping by, guys. I hope you enjoy the match. Okay. So against Kano, we have in Pouncing Links, the Spellfray Cloak and Gloves, and then we have AB1 in the form of Tide Flippers. So we have a pretty solid plan here into Kano. We just have to make sure that we play patiently and that we are play patiently and we take our Pouncing Links turn when it comes. Opening up with a pretty good hand here, being able to arsenal the Art of War, hopefully, is what I'm looking to do. Depending on what my opponent does here, there's going to be a big chance that I just pitch my Salt and Wound so that I can have it in the deck for Mask of the Pouncing Links later, and also so that I can try to keep my Art of War to arsenal next turn. But a lot of that depends on what my opponent decides they want to do here. They have not used the Tome of Aetherwind yet, which means they have at minimum 2 more cards coming. So they have a Lesson in Lava in the Banish Zone. I mean, realistically, if they wanted to, they could just go for it all right here. Like, if they truly wanted to. I mean, like, if they had Lesson in Lava into Wildfire, they could try to make some crazy stuff happen here. But I don't think that's going to be the case. I think we're probably just looking at them trying to, like, value us out here a little bit, push some damage across. I probably should have pitched the Bittering Thorns in case I don't draw blue. Because if I draw blue, my hand is Dachi, Bittering Thorns, and a Blaze Headlong. But if I draw red, then the Bittering Thorns is looking pretty bad here. So it wasn't a super heads up play by me. Of course, if I draw the blue, it's going to look like, you know, like calculated. I know exactly what I was doing the whole time here. But, you know, don't always make the correct decisions. Haven't played games in a couple of days, so I'm kind of just like trying to settle back into, you know, the idea of cards and get back into the rhythm of playing Talishar. Been away with holidays and stuff like that. So Kodachi, Bittering Thorns. If they're going to block something, they'll probably block the Bittering Thorns here. Not because we have a mask hit, but just because Bittering Thorns turns into a 1 for 5 if they let it hit, which is really good. And then we'll throw forward our opponent, and then we'll pass, and we'll try to arsenal our Art of War here. And we're looking at a pretty good Art of War hand here. I mean, kind of. I don't know. This hand's a little awkward. This hand can be awkward. Like, we don't really have a starter here. Drawing our second Art of War is kind of awkward, but I'm probably just going to take some damage for my opponent here and try to go all in on the Art of War Mask of the Pouncing Links play. They have a Prognosticate and an Ether Dart, which is really not that many points. That's only 3 total points that we're looking at taking here. They do get to opt one if we let this hit, which is fine with me. I don't care if they opt one. I'm not really interested in stopping the whole opt one idea here. Like, that's not like, let's see, they put a card on the bottom. I mean, don't get me wrong, opting for Kano is very good for them, but at the same time, like, if we're at 31 and we have the Spellfray Gloves and like access to AB1, I think we're in an okay spot here. So I'm gonna play the Art of War. I'm gonna go buff and banish on my modes, and if they let this resolve before they start doing stuff, I'm just gonna banish the Censor here. And then let's lead on the Ronin Renegade. So the Ronin Renegade lead off here is pretty cool. I might just be interested in playing the second Art of War here. I'm honestly not sure. We might wait till next turn when we have a better chance at Art of War, because we can go Ronin Renegade, Blaze Headlong, Phoenix Flame into Censor, and arsenal our Art of War and save our Mask of the Pouncing Links for next turn, which is pretty cool. That's really not a bad hand at all. We get to push through quite a bit of damage that way, and we get to set up an Art of War for the next hand. If I was going to play my Art of War, I would have played it right there, and I really just don't think that's where I want to be at right now. Like, I think setting up the second Art of War is a better play here. So, knowing that we have this, I'm kind of looking to just name Ether Spindle at this point. I think we could name Tome of Fandle again, but I'm pretty sure that naming Ether Spindle here takes away their ability to opt cards, like at least in an easy fashion. So I think that's really what we're looking to do here. They could have a card, like they could have an Ether Spindle in hand. They could have a Tome of the Aetherwind in hand. Like there's a lot of cards they could have here that could punish our draw the way we played that. But I think that this is the best option. Swell Tidings is pretty good. I think I'm actually okay to just go ahead and take 6 here. I mean, I could have just named Swell Tidings, but I don't think I'm ever going to name that in the dark. I think I'm okay just giving them the Ponder and going to 25 here, because we have a really good hand. Like, this is a super solid hand here. So let's go ahead and lead on the Double Strike. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to play Art of War as a reaction. I am going to go ahead and turn these on just so I have them there. Let's pitch this. We're going to go buff and banish. Back-to-back Art of Wars into the Kano matchup is really solid. We're going to banish a Snatch, and we're going to draw into a not that great hand. I mean, this is fine. Honestly, I think I'm just going Art of War again because my hand is like pretty mediocre right here with the way that that's set up. So I think we're just going to go Art of War again and banish the Snatch and hope to draw into something a little bit better. And I think this fits the requirements for what I'm looking for here. So we're going to come back in with a Double Strike for 3 here. And then, so we have at least one Kodachi here. We actually just have both the Kodachis, don't we? Because we could pitch the Soulbead Strike. I mean, if we get to a spot, like, we could make this very awkward for our opponent, actually. This being for 4 go again could play to our advantage pretty well. Like, they don't have any equipment block here, so if they block 3 right here, like if they block with a card right here, throwing the Soulbead Strike is actually just the play. Because we don't have any Draconic Chain Links, right? So we'd have to activate, but this is, so if we activate Fai, it's 2 because of the 2 Art of Wars, or this is for 4, and then after this hits, we can actually go get a... So let's see, this is going to hit because this is for 4. It's going to gain go again. We're going to break Mask of the Pouncing Links. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 things that have hit, which means Salt the Wound is going to be for 6, 7, 8, or Lava Burst is going to be for 5, 6, 7. So we're going to go get Salt the Wound. But the other consideration is that this is for 8, this is for 7. And then if I go get the Lava Burst here, I can actually come in for 7, and then I can add 2 more points. So by getting rid of my Tide Flippers, I don't know. This is an interesting choice here that we have. This is like a real interesting decision point. I mean, I think doing the Salt the Wound and hanging on to our Tide Flippers here is okay. Because this, so let's see, if we attack for 7, they block 3, go to 4. Or I'm sorry, they take 4, go to 3, and then we come in for 2. Because we don't have any other Draconic Chain Links, right? It's just Kodachis and Double Strikes. So this is our best play here. Is just to come in with Salt the Wound. If we could Salt the Wound and Fai here, that would be absolutely insane. That would be really good for us here. They're actually having to activate Ragamuffin's Hat to try and find a card that blocks. They must have an energy potion in their hand. So, oh, and they find another potion, which means they're like uber dead here. Like, there's no world where they're going to live. So, and we end up getting the game. Back-to-back Art of Wars was really good right there. All I can say for this match is that I hope my games in Cincinnati against Kano go this well for me. Being able to play 3 Art of Wars in a 4 to 5 turn game is absolutely insane. Now, I did have to play 2 in 1 turn, which is honestly not great, and you're getting a little bit less value out of one of the Art of Wars, but still, in the same sense, being able to play 3 in a 4 or 5 turn game where all you're trying to do is race gives you a big edge in the matchup. Guys, if you see anything you think I could have done differently, let me know in the comments down below. I'd love to hear about it. If you like the video, be sure to like and subscribe for more content. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Take it easy, guys.